The rain-slicked streets of Chicago gleamed under the streetlights as I stood outside the old brownstone, my heart pounding like a drum in a silent room. Ben's text had come out of nowhere. "Meet me, now, please." And here I was, soaked and shivering, knowing that tomorrow he would marry her, sealing a life that didn't include me. I met Ben 3 years ago at a bustling coffee shop in the Loop, where the aroma of fresh brews mixed with the hum of ambitious professionals. He was the kind of guy who turned heads, tall with sharp features, dark hair that fell just right, and eyes that held stories untold. I was behind the counter, a barista scraping by while pursuing a degree in literature, dreaming of writing stories that mattered. Our first conversation started over a spilled latte. He laughed it off, insisting on buying me a new one even though it was his fault. From that moment, an invisible thread pulled us together. We became friends quickly, sharing late-night walks along Lake Michigan, debating everything from politics to poetry. Ben worked in finance, climbing the corporate ladder with the precision of someone born into expectations. His family was old money, conservative pillars of the community, the type who attended galas and donated to causes that aligned with their pristine image. I came from a modest background in the suburbs, where my parents had always encouraged me to be true to myself, even when I came out in high school. They supported me through the bullying, the isolation, but Ben's world was different. Rigid, unforgiving. One evening, under the stars at Millennium Park, our friendship shifted. We were sitting on the grass, the city skyline twinkling like a promise. Ben turned to me, his voice barely above a whisper. "Alex, have you ever felt like you're living someone else's life?" I nodded, sensing the weight behind his words. Then he leaned in, his lips brushing mine in a kiss that felt like coming home. It was tentative at first, then urgent, as if he'd been holding back a storm. That night, we confessed our feelings, acknowledging the spark that had been there all along. But Ben pulled away almost immediately, panic in his eyes. "This can't happen. My family, they wouldn't understand." I tried to reassure him, but the conflicts began piling up like unpaid bills. We started seeing each other in secret, stolen moments in my tiny apartment or quiet corners of the city. Each time, Ben would promise it was the last, swearing he couldn't risk his career, his inheritance, his place in society. Yet he always came back, drawn by the authenticity we shared, a connection unmarred by pretense. I fell deeply, hopelessly in love, believing that love could conquer the barriers. But society had other plans. Whispers of homophobia in his circles, the pressure to settle down with a suitable partner, weighed on him like chains. His engagement to Emily came as a blow. She was perfect on paper, beautiful, from a similar background, involved in charity work that complemented his family's image. Ben told me about it over coffee, his hands trembling. "It's what they want. What I need to do." I argued, pleaded, but he insisted it was for stability, a facade to hide behind. "I love you, Alex, but this world isn't ready for us." The pain was excruciating, a knife twisting in my chest. How could he choose a lie over us? Months passed in a blur of heartache. I tried to move on, dating casually, focusing on my studies. But Ben's calls never stopped. Late-night confessions, apologies that rang hollow. Each time, I'd forgive him, pulled back into the vortex. The wedding invitations went out, a lavish affair at a historic venue in the Gold Coast neighborhood. I wasn't invited, of course. I was the secret, the shame. Now, standing outside his building, the door buzzed open. Ben appeared in the doorway, disheveled. His tie loosened like a noose half removed. "Alex," he breathed, pulling me inside. The apartment was a mess of wedding preparations. Suits hung like ghosts, flowers wilting on the table. He collapsed onto the couch, head in his hands. "I can't do this. Tomorrow. It's all wrong." I sat beside him, my anger melting into concern. "Then don't. Call it off." He looked up, eyes red-rimmed. "You don't understand. My father threatened to cut me off if I don't go through with it. Emily's family is influential. This marriage secures everything." We talked for hours, dissecting the societal pressures that boxed him in, the expectations of masculinity, the fear of ostracism in conservative circles. Ben admitted his internal struggle, the years of denying his true self to fit the mold. Being with you feels right, but out there, it's a battlefield. As the night deepened, our conversation turned intimate, not physical, but emotional. He shared memories of his childhood, the subtle hints of disapproval from his parents whenever he strayed from the norm. I opened up about my own journey, the freedom I found in authenticity, urging him to choose happiness over conformity. The clock ticked mercilessly, each second a reminder of the impending dawn. Ben's phone buzzed with messages from Emily, the wedding planner, his best man. Reminders of the life he was supposed to embrace. By midnight, tears streamed down his face. What if I choose you? What then? I held his hand, feeling the tremor. We face it together, but you have to decide. The conflict raged within him, a storm of duty versus desire. Society's voice echoed loud. Marry, procreate, succeed. But in that moment, with me, he glimpsed freedom. The hours blurred as we sat there, the city sounds fading into a distant hum. Ben paced the room, his shadow dancing on the walls like a trapped spirit. Alex, if I back out now, it'll destroy everything. The scandal, my family would disown me. Emily, she's innocent in this. I nodded, understanding the ripple effects. Walking away meant confronting not just personal fears but societal judgments that labeled us as outliers, threats to the traditional family unit. Flashbacks flooded my mind. Our first real date, hidden in a dimly lit jazz club in Wicker Park. Ben had been nervous, glancing over his shoulder as if expecting spies. But once the music started, he relaxed, his hand finding mine under the table. We danced subtly, bodies close but not too close, aware of prying eyes. That night solidified my belief in us, but it also highlighted the chasm, my open life versus his closeted one. Ben's family dinners were battlegrounds he described in hushed tones. His father, a stern banker, preached about legacy and responsibility. A man provides, protects, builds a family, he'd say, eyes boring into Ben. His mother, elegant and poised, arranged blind dates with women from good stock. Ben played along, dating Emily publicly while seeing me in shadows. The deception ate at him, creating cracks in his facade. One particularly heated argument between us happened after a family event. Ben had attended a gala with Emily on his arm. Photos splashed across social media. I confronted him the next day. How can you parade her like that while telling me you love me? He exploded. Because I have to. You think it's easy? Coming out would ruin me. Jobs, friends, everything. The words stung, revealing the depth of his fear. Society's grip was ironclad, equating success with heteronormativity. As the night wore on, Ben's resolve wavered. He pulled out a photo album, flipping through pages of his life. Childhood vacations, graduations, all picture perfect. This is what they expect. But with you, I feel alive. I shared my own stories of rejection. Friends who distanced themselves after I came out, the job interview where subtle bias cost me an opportunity. Yet I emphasized the liberation. Hiding poisons you, Ben. Look at us. We're proof that love doesn't discriminate. The tension built as dawn approached. Ben's phone rang, his brother, checking in. He answered curtly, hanging up with a sigh. They're all so excited. How do I shatter that? We debated the ethics. Was it fair to Emily? To his family? The conversation turned to broader issues. Marriage equality's progress versus lingering prejudices in elite circles. Ben admitted envying my courage. You fought for this. I just complied. In a moment of vulnerability, he hugged me, his body trembling. Stay with me tonight. Just hold me. I did, our embrace a silent rebellion against the world outside. No passion crossed lines. It was about comfort, connection. As we lay on the couch, he whispered dreams of a life together. Traveling, building something real. But reality intruded with every tick of the clock. By 3 a.m., doubt crept in. What if I'm making a mistake? Emily loves me in her way. I felt a pang of jealousy but pushed it aside. Does she know the real you? He shook his head. The conflict intensified, societal norms clashing with personal truth. Ben's choice loomed, a precipice. Would he jump or retreat? The first hints of dawn filtered through the curtains, casting a soft glow on Ben's face. He looked exhausted, lines etched deeper from the night's turmoil. Alex, tell me honestly, can we make it? In this world. I wanted to say yes unequivocally, but honesty demanded nuance. It won't be easy. There'll be backlash, loss. But yes, if we're committed. Memories resurfaced of our happiest times. A weekend getaway to Michigan's dunes, where we hiked hand in hand, away from judging eyes. Ben laughed freely, shedding his armor. This is what life should be, he'd said. But back in Chicago, the mask returned. His promotion at work came with strings, networking events where partners were paraded like trophies. Emily fit seamlessly. I didn't. The societal conflicts were stark. Ben's firm had diversity initiatives, but whispers about lifestyle choices persisted. His father's golf buddies, influential figures, held outdated views. Coming out meant risking it all. I argued for progress. Look at the changes. Laws, attitudes shifting. But Ben countered with stories of colleagues sidelined, families fractured. It's not just about us. It's generations of expectation. As morning neared, Ben made a call to his best man, feigning illness to buy time. I need a moment, he said. Hanging up, he turned to me. What am I doing? Panic set in, the weight of betrayal heavy. Emily deserved truth, but timing it now? Scandalous. We discussed the fallout. Media buzz in their social sphere, potential disinheritance. Ben's voice cracked. I'd lose my home, my security. I shared my fears too, the pain of loving someone divided. Every time you leave, it breaks me. He apologized, promising change. But promises had failed before. The drama escalated when his phone lit up with a text from Emily. Can't wait for tomorrow, my love. Guilt washed over him. She's planning our future. Kids, house in the suburbs. The vision clashed with ours, highlighting the controversy. Was his marriage a sham or a survival tactic? We delved deeper into emotions. Ben admitted attraction to men since adolescence, suppressed for acceptance. You awakened me, Alex. I felt honored yet burdened. Then honor that. Choose authenticity. The clock struck 5 a.m. Decisions pressed. He stood, pacing again. If I choose you, we fight together. But if I don't? His voice trailed off. The high stakes fueled tension. Society's voice screamed conformity. Our hearts whispered rebellion. Ben hugged me tighter, whispering, I love you more than anything. But love alone wasn't enough. Action was. As light brightened, his resolve seemed to solidify or fracture. Sunrise painted the sky in hues of orange, mocking the darkness in our souls. Ben brewed coffee, hands steady now, a facade of calm. Alex, I've thought about this all night. I can't marry her. My heart leaped, but caution tempered it. Are you sure? This changes everything. He nodded, eyes fierce. Yes, for once, I'm choosing me, us. The path ahead loomed daunting. We'd face his family's wrath, Emily's heartbreak, societal scrutiny. Ben outlined a plan. Call off the wedding privately, come out gradually. It'll be messy, but necessary. I supported him, sharing resources, support groups, therapists specializing in LGBTQ+ issues. But doubts lingered. What if you regret it? He smiled faintly. Regret hiding forever? No. Flashbacks to confrontations replayed. Once, after a heated kiss in my apartment, Ben bolted, citing fear. If anyone finds out. Now he seemed ready to face that fear. We discussed practicalities. Finances, living arrangements. Ben's savings could cushion the blow, but emotional tolls were steeper. My parents might never speak to me again. The pain was palpable. A son's love clashing with self-love. As morning progressed, Ben drafted a message to Emily. I can't go through with this. I'm sorry. Sending it felt like detonating a bomb. Her reply came swift. Shock, questions. He explained vaguely, promising a face-to-face. Guilt gnawed at him. She's collateral in my cowardice. I comforted him, emphasizing honesty as kindness. The broader implications stirred controversy. Was Ben's deception justifiable under societal pressure, or selfish? We debated. Many in the community hid for safety, but at what cost? Ben's story mirrored countless others, forced into heteronormative lives, only to break free dramatically. By noon, calls flooded in: family, friends demanding explanations. Ben's father roared over speakerphone. What the hell is this? You're throwing away your future. Ben stood firm. No, Dad. I'm claiming it. The line went dead, a chasm opening. Tears fell, but resolve held. I stayed by his side, our bond strengthening amid chaos. We walked to the park, hand in hand, publicly for the first time. Whispers followed, but Ben ignored them. This is us. The high of liberation mixed with fear's undercurrent. The day unfolded in a whirlwind of confrontations. Emily arrived at the apartment, eyes swollen from crying. Why, Ben? Was it me? He confessed everything. The years of denial, his love for me. She listened, hurt but understanding. I suspected something. You were distant. They parted amicably, a silver lining in the storm. But the family backlash intensified. His mother called, pleading, think of the embarrassment. We can fix this. Ben refused. I won't live a lie anymore. As evening fell, we reflected on the journey. From secret rendezvous to this bold step, our love had weathered trials. Society's conflicts, homophobia in boardrooms, familial expectations, had nearly broken us. Yet here we were, choosing each other. Ben's transformation inspired hope, but questions lingered. Had he truly chosen freedom, or was it a reaction to the night's pressure? We dined quietly, planning next steps. Therapy, community support. Ben's career hung in balance. Rumors spread fast in finance circles, but he seemed lighter, unburdened. With you, I can face anything. I believed him, our future uncertain but authentic. Months later, looking back, the wedding that never happened became a turning point. Ben rebuilt bridges where possible, lost some forever. Our relationship flourished, a testament to resilience. But the debates it sparked among friends online highlighted ongoing struggles for acceptance. In the end, Ben's choice sparked a firestorm of opinions. Was it brave or reckless? Selfish or selfless? The heart knows its truth, but society judges harshly. Is true love worth dismantling a life built on lies? Or does duty to family and norms outweigh personal happiness?